Enter my world, watch your clothes. And when I'm through, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can. Enter my world, watch your clothes. And when I'm through, why not have it go? We paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. Turn on, tune in, hear all they say. Watch real closely, enjoy your stay. You'll see me painting from up above. And if you like it, give it mad love. Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can. Enter my world, watch your clothes. And when I'm through, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can. Enter my world, watch your clothes. And when I'm through, why not have it go? We paint miniatures. 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 We paint miniatures.
Hey, it's Shoshie from Shoshie's Minis. How is everybody? It's Friday, yay! I want to say hi to You Will Never Know and Stephen May, Texas, and Slave D1, Slave 1D, and Kuzadan. You won something. You won the Bad Moons plaque. I think. Oh, maybe I spelled your name right. I thought I contacted you. So you need to message me so you can get it because I have to send it to you. But yeah, I know, right? You're all like, oh, you missed it. You did send a message? I don't know why. I must not have gotten it. All right. Let me look. Let me check. Cause I looked. Oh, I see it. Okay. Twitch is not alerting me. I see it. But yay. Okay, good. I bet you're excited because that turned out really neat. Yay. All right. Hey, Amberden, how's it going? It's warm. Yeah, it's really warm outside. Yeah, Twitch is being dumb. We have Darksword Minis back again. It's just been so nice. Holds transition. Hello. Hello, Lit. How are you? We have Darksword Minis today again, and what's awesome about the Darksword Minis is that I have so many of them primed and ready to just pick up and paint that it's nice because I don't have to think, what am I going to paint today? And it's Subtember, so if I finish this in time, we'll give her away. We'll give away a mini anyway because it is Subtember. We're giving away subscribers stuff. I'm going to go ahead and start. This one's a ticketed raffle because hopefully, let's go to overhead. Hopefully you'll win the painted mini, and that's worth some tickets, right? You know, not just the keyword. You gotta like actually watch my show in order to get this, girl. So max 5 tickets. I'm gonna go set it up. I'll be right back, and we'll see. A lot of you guys who watch me regularly have plenty of stars. You can only buy up to 5 tickets, and it only costs 10 points for 1 ticket. So you can buy all 5. If you've been watching me a lot, I'm sure you'll be able to get all 5. So yay, it's a nice mini. Let's take a look at her. Okay, so let me explain a little bit. Her name is Muse Errata. She's one of the Greek muses. And let me see what it says here. Greek. I thought I put it up here. Erato, the muse of lyric and poetry. Ancient Greeks were great writers of lyric and love poetry. Greek lyric is occasionally poetry which was composed for public or private performance, blah, 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 blah. Let's see. She was the muse who represented and was the patron of lyric and love poetry. The muse of marriage songs, she was the daughter of Zeus and Mnemosyne. She was described as beautiful, passionate, erotic. Her symbol was, I don't know how to say this word, let's see, Cithara, the type of lyre. And she was also depicted with turtle doves and golden arrows. Lixter, thank you for the host. How are you? Just explaining to you, everybody, this mini is from Darksword. She's basically one of the Greek muses. And occasionally she was accompanied by the god Eros, who was pictured holding a torch. So that's just a little info. And I did a little research because I was kind of wondering what I should do for her palette, like what colors should I pick. And I found this picture of her. It was done by Lunar Sparks at deviantart.com. Isn't that pretty? And I just love all the soft pinks and the dark hair and everything. We've got plums and pinks in her hair and a little bit of dark gray. She's not really wearing it as much in the mini, so we're gonna get to do some flesh tones, but I like all the soft pinks and very soft greens. Teviston, thank you for the subscription. 3 months in a row. Aw. Yeah, I thought so too. It's a nice, it looks like a digital art painting. lunarsparks.deviant.com. So I'm just using the color choices. I'm not actually gonna try to match the artwork, but I don't like to make it up from scratch. So it's sometimes I Google before I start painting. So I'm gonna start on the inside out. I'm gonna start with her skin, and then we're gonna go straight to the eyes, because usually I wanna do the eyes very early on so that I don't have to figure them out later. And I want to use, and I always use my little olive. I've noticed, I've been seeing some people posting and tagging me that they've been trying out my green skin tones, and some of them are getting it and some of them aren't. Spear, thank you for the subscription. 8 months in a row. Wait, I haven't write these down. Hold on a second. Pen. subscribers. CRIBERS. And we've got, oh, we got, wait, did we get rated by White Metal Games TV with the party of 6? Thank you. Welcome everybody from White Metal Games TV. I'm sorry, I totally missed that. Why did I miss that? Aw. Well, let me put down Teviston. We always write down our subscribers and our new followers. But thank you. Welcome everybody. And let's see, we also had Spear. 1959. Welcome. Okay. So, I was saying, I was so busy. Hey, Nixton Minis. I was just explaining that I've been seeing some people trying to do my skin tones and not quite hitting the mark. So, I'm going to show this again, and I'm going to try to explain it a little better so that people, oh, it says Kingdom Death. That's stupid bot. So it says Kingdom Death. We're giving away this mini. This is by Darksword, and thank you, Steve M. Texas, for the cheer. Yay! Thank you. Anyway, so I'm gonna paint this again. I'm gonna explain it, why I do what I do, and hopefully, those out there who've been trying to do my skin tones technique will they'll understand a little better. Also, so let's see. In some of the versions I've seen of this particular model painted, the underside of her breast is painted like a clothing color, and some of it's bare. So I think I'm going to do the clothing color. It's just going to be easier for Twitch. Notice I'm using just a thin glaze of green. I'm not painting it super solid because I've got my zenithal. If I end up covering up all my zenithal painting, what good is that, right? I want some of that darkness. See how we have a light green now and a dark green because I just used a thin layer. And then the green is going to become our shadows for her skin. That's the idea. I don't want to cover up all of the green. Otherwise, again, what's the point? The green acts as our cool shadow. But we also don't, there's something else I've seen other people do is they leave too much green, and then she ends up looking kind of, I don't know, kind of too green, right? And right now I'm gonna cover her whole eye and everything is green. Everything is beautifully green. Let's see if I have any questions. Okay, no, it's not yet. Good. All right, so now I'm using a 2 because it'll be nice to be, because it has a nice sharp point on it. Hopefully I'm in the middle of my, there we go. So what's everybody doing this weekend? Anything cool? I did miss streaming on Wednesday. It was Yom Kippur, so I took the day off. It was a holiday for my faith. Let's see. Okay, there's a finger down there. And again, go back over the dark but thin so that it's not completely, it's transparent, so it's going to leave that dark part there. And I don't want to forget that. All right. That is all of the flesh on her entirely. And you can see we have dark and light on her because of the zenithal. This size mini is not the best for demoing much of anything. I gotta hold it right there. Okay. So now we're gonna do my 3 flesh colors. We've got light, medium, dark. I think I'm gonna use, what have I got here? That's 2 colors of pink flesh. I think I'm gonna actually, for my dark, I'm gonna go ahead and use a little bit of Agrax Earth Shade to put in here. I need some red, or actually this is even better. Reikland Flesh Shade has more red in it. So, and people will ask me, like, why am I doing it differently this time? It's because every time I do flesh, it's a little bit different depending on the model. And I'm always experimenting and trying. There's no one right way. Going to be running. Ah, that's cool. Where is that going to be? Hold on one second. Put my glasses off. Demo Games. For Dust, I really like that company. I'm friends with the owners. A little bit in their belly button. All the parts where I have that dark shadow, I'm going to definitely glaze over with this reddish color. Just give myself some shadow tones. Whoops, it's over here. And notice that I'm poking this into giving myself some dark lines here. And that way I won't need to, this is better on a, this particular technique might be better in a bigger model, but I want to try it on this one. See that? That's where I'm drawing that line. There we go. And right where the bracelets are, where the hand and fingers are, a little bit in the neck, anywhere that there's going to be shadows around this hairline and on the side of the cheek and in the eyes. Okay, so now she's got my dark tones in. Hopefully that's all I need. Totally forgot this part over here. Okay, that needs to dry. We're going to let that dry, and I'm going to move on to some of the pinks of the dress. So I do think that pink flesh tone, if we look at my example, these pinks are not that much different than this. Not a lot. There's a little bit more blue in these pinks. So we will be using some of this color in her dress and her clothing. And then I'm gonna see, let's see, pink, 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 pink. Really want it to be soft, so I'm gonna, I'm looking for the shadow color. I think this Ladanis gray will be good for I'll mix some of that with the shadows. Wixom, Michigan, nice. Okay. So let's see what happens when I mix my pink and I'm going to experiment here and see what happens. Yeah, look at that. Makes a beautiful kind of a dusty rose color. That'll make some nice shadows. And I think I need like a mauve color. Like a little bit of Arbuckle's brown maybe, or maybe some red leather. See, they're both in the burgundy. This one's going to be a little bit more flat, and I feel like it'll be a little less translucent. So let's try that and lighten that up. And we need white. Actually, I don't want to use white. I want to use ivory because it won't be quite so chalky looking. Come on. Ooh, do you see that? That's like a little blob of medium. Hi, Storm Phoenix. How are you? Hi, Trillian. No, still, we need to shake some more. What are you guys doing this weekend? My daughter and I'm hoping, if she doesn't forget, are going to go see that clock, the house with the clock in the walls. And I'm looking forward to that because I haven't really seen her a lot since I don't know if I told you this. My daughter moved out. And so I'm officially an empty nester, which is a completely weird feeling. I feel like I'm too young, but I'm not. Okay, that is the perfect, most gorgeous color. I love those colors. And then if we add a little bit of blue to that, perfect. Okay, these are going to be good. See? They'll look really pretty together with the ivory. I want to make a lighter pink up here. So I can glaze. The nice thing about the wet palette is it will turn everything into the glaze. You are too, Zab? Wait. Storm Phoenix just got back from the gym. Zab says evening, just here for a bit. Oh, and you said us too. So does that mean, how long have your kids been gone? Good job, you raised one of them people I keep hearing so much about. And Trillian's still cataloging minis for the insurance company. Oh my gosh. I can't even imagine. I bet you have a ton. They want a full list with pictures. Oh my goodness. Holt's transition is playing Diablo 3. The new season started today, but probably only as long as the season journey takes. 2 or 3 days. So we might not be hearing a whole lot from you for a while. Is that right? All right, I'm going to start with this mid-tone in here and paint her lovely, beautiful pink mauvey. Mauvey, is that a word? Mauvey colored dress with this mid-tone, mostly in the shadowed areas first. What I might try to do is do some wet blending. A little bit darker on this side, a little bit more mauve. See how I wet blend? Just put the paint right in there. A little bit toward the bottom. Ah! I dropped my brush. Not a good idea. Hey, Zimorth. Zab says we're gonna see the movie. She's only 9. Oh, you guys are gonna see the movie. Okay. That's the thing I like about my daughter. Even though she is 19 and an adult, she still likes those kind of kid-oriented movies and will go see them with me, whereas my husband, he won't go. We went to see Wrinkle in Time together and both cried. It was so good. You pause at any time if you have questions. Oh, that's a good idea. Yes. All right, and we have more of this lighter color up here. See how I can do all 3 colors at the same time? It's a form of speed painting because I am lazy. Hashtag can't be bothered. Wet blend it. Everybody knows how I feel. We all have that gray model that's on the table, right? And that's, I mean, really finished is more important. Finished is more important than perfect. I'd rather see you paint some of your models and do them quickly and not perfect. Get some of them done and feel a sense of accomplishment and excitement, and then be able to move on to other models than get frustrated because you're trying to paint that one perfect model and then you never get anything else done because you feel like you can't until you finish it. You are letting the skin dry while we're messing with something else. That's how we do. All right. Yep, you can only buy 5 tickets in Duro Joe. We got a max on this one. Slave 1D just subscribed. Oh my gosh, what's it say? It says, I cry at movies too. I will never look at volleyball the same again. Tier 1, awesome. Thank you so much for the subscription. Where's my pen? Of course, did I just set it down? There it is. Slave 1D. Make sure I spell it right. Oh, it's O-N-E. There we go. That would be better. Trillian says, I do have a new adorable distraction. She's got 4 kittens she's fostering. Returned to the shelter to go to the adoption program. One's still too small. But while I was there for the drop-off, another tiny little 4-week-old was dropped off. Oh, now you have 2. Well, you know what? That's not a bad problem to have, I don't think. I think, how can you go wrong with little baby kittens, right? If you have them. I certainly would be happy. All right, I want these to be very soft. So this is the darkest I'm going to get with this. Wait, what's going on over here? Oh, there's little flowers that I need to make sure to get all this painted. I'm just going to paint right over the flowers so I can make sure I get covered. I don't want to miss. That's the trouble with painting with my glasses on. It's funny, if I paint with my glasses off, I can see stuff. If I put them on, then I miss stuff. Does that make even any sense at all? Crazy eyes. Might have to do 2 coats. I love that color already. I'm just loving it. Storm Phoenix says, I started painting the original old Archaon on foot. Been a long time since I painted a metal mini, but I'm trying out grimy weathered true metallic. Oh, very cool. I like grimy true metallic. You know who's also really good at that is Genuine Vision. Hey, the Mr. Snowiak, the island painter. What island are you painting on, Mr. Snowiak? I'm curious. I'm wondering if it's a Canadian island like Nova Scotia, since you're in the snowy area. Storm Phoenix is continuing the sub gift. Yay, that he got from Rainer72. Thank you. That's something that if you guys got gifted us a subscription by any of my chat, you can keep it for another month for only $1 because they're doing special kind of Subtember thingy. Twitch is. So that's what Storm Phoenix just did. Thank you, Storm Phoenix. I really appreciate that. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Wait, one of the people that has tried the skin, yeah, I saw that, Nick, and that's why I wanted to talk to you about that. You're not, I mean, I could see I was like looking at your process, and I was like, I know exactly what he was thinking on each stage, and you had the ideas right, but you were doing them in like the reverse order. Like you put the flesh in the shadows and left the green on the top, but it's okay. I'm gonna show it all to you, and we're gonna have another coaching, and so you'll be all set. It will not be for nothing, and it didn't turn out bad. I think she still came out good, just maybe not how you intended. And that's the thing. What I love about painting is there's not really wrong ways if you get to the result you want. Hey, Flickster. Hold on, I think I missed just a bunch of chat. Cajun Mage, hello. One Wheelie Boy is following. Thank you so much, One Wheelie Boy. Oops, let me go back up here. Ah. One Wheelie Boy, how are you? We're painting this beautiful mini. She's gonna use this color palette. This is the Greek Muse Erato. Hold on, let me write down up here. This is new followers, because we have a new follower in the house. That's One Wheelie Boy. Ooh. There's a new live giveaway on, I haven't figured this out, but it looks like not my bot, but what is it? Oh, I'm blanking. One of those Twitch thingies that I plug in so that I can keep track of who's following me. Gosh, I sound really smart there, don't I? Wheelie Boy. There we go. Thank you for the follow. First time catching my stream. That's awesome. Well, I hope that you enjoy it. We're painting and painting. Getting base coats down right now. Droxer, hello. Beagle Jack, hello. If I had one 10,000th of your talent, I could conquer the solar system. Aw, that's so nice. That's crazy nice. You've been here since you hosted, just having dinner, so lurking. No problem. I'm awesome. It's awesome to have you, Flick. We're doing, so for you guys who just joined us, we're doing a giveaway of this mini. Her name is Muse Erato by Darksword Miniatures. Let's see, is there a number? DSM 7607. Let me see if I got a link for you guys so you can go look at the mini. Painted already. Here it is. Cut and copy. There you go. Paste. And enter chat. There we go. So you can look at her, and if you're interested. Also, what Jim, the owner of Darksword, suggested, and tell me what you guys think of this, is that we do a giveaway also for a blank mini, so that you can go and watch this video over again and paint her yourself. Do you guys like that idea? Because I can do that also. We can do like a second keyword giveaway at the end if you're interested in that. So you can get a blank one. There we go. That's so pretty. Oh my goodness. That's the pink flesh color that's on that I'm using as a highlight. I think it looks a little better than just the straight mauve. Little bit of ivory. There we go. So yeah, very, 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 very soft highlights. We're just wet blending them, so I'm not having to do a ton of work. I'm not a big fan of slowly layering things up forever. Sounds lovely. Ah, One Wheelie Billy. That's awesome that you can watch on YouTube, though. I'm glad. Are you from Australia by chance? Pops up. Someone said giveaway. Lone Wolf. Lone Wolf is funny. Lone Wolf has some sort of crazy random number generator luck and is often a winner in my channel. He just has crazy luck. So good luck, guys. Lone Wolf's in the house. Oh my goodness. All right, that's getting a little too chalky. I don't know. We'll leave it. See what it looks like when it dries up a little bit. Very pretty though, my goodness. All right, we're needing flesh colors now. So I'm gonna add another color here. What have I got? So I've got light skin and I've got golden skin. I think we're gonna do this peach skin with a couple of these as our highlights. Now I want you to watch Nixon. I'm gonna take some of the peach, this is the peach flesh, and I'm gonna thin out my paint fairly. Let me see if I can show you see? I want it glazed, but I want it to cover. See how you can see the ridges of my fingerprint a little bit? I want it about that level. And I'm just going to use the end of my brush. Oh, see, that might even be a little thick. I don't know. And I'm highlighting it. I'm using the flesh tone as a highlight on my green. My green is going to stay there, but it's going to accompany, how do I even say this? It's going to be left in the shadows. So notice I'm not pushing paint very far. I'm leaving my green, and I don't want it too thin or else she'll look too green. Right? I don't want it too thick either. Otherwise, I won't be able to do a nice slow buildup of my tones. And if I don't do a slow buildup, she will end up just looking like I painted her with straight flesh color. Right? I don't want that. I don't want her to look like I just painted her right out of the box with one color. I want her to look like she's got more than one. See how that is? See, you can still see a little green on the bottom here. Let me flip it. I'm gonna mix a little bit of green with my flesh, just a little bit, but it's still gonna be slightly more on the flesh tone. So down here, because it's gonna be darker, it's still gonna have a little bit more green. Just a little bit. So that's my cool. I'm gonna blend it. Oh my gosh, I need it to be so nice and blended that there's no harsh, crunchy lines. Just dropped my brush. I'm such a klutz. Okay, I got it. And I probably missed a million pieces of chat again. Hey Cole, how are you? Lone Wolf, not my fault your RNG flirts with me. Nah, I have to go do something. I'll pass on this one. Have a good weekend, everybody. Oh, no problem, Cole. By the way, I want to let you guys know that if you live outside the United States and you're entering this raffle, I just ask that you help me pay for shipping. It's probably only going to be $15, most likely, because that's probably the highest it'll be anywhere. Because even to Australia, it probably won't be that much more because it's just a little baby mini. Just a little baby mini. Underpainting, exactly. Yes. So, but do you see how it's starting to build up? Let's do her face real quick. Because you'll see the most difference. I'm going to get the end, I'm starting on the highest points on the face. Because that's where I want the most color. I want the most color. So, see, the whole forehead is going to get hit by light. So it's going to have nice peach tones to it. Right there. Down on the nose. And then the cheekbones. Look, I want you to look. Hold on. Face. Here we go. Okay. So, forehead, cheekbones, nose, a little bit here. And you're going to like blend this. When you're painting a woman, you don't ever, unless you want her to look old or manly, because that's what will happen. If you leave these sublabial lines, if you leave those dark, on a man, you can get away with it. On a woman, no, just, you don't want a lot of hard lines. Even on her chin, you want it soft. So soften any, like, you can actually, some sculptors, no offense to you sculptors, some of you guys need to know that we don't have as much bone in our face. As women, we just don't grow as much bone as guys do. And so we don't have that hardness. We also have lots of estrogen to give us all the zoftig in our cheeks and in our tuchus, okay? And so make things soft, especially if you want your minis to look young. Okay, so now, see, there's a hard line right here because of the light, and I'm going to even soften that a little bit. A little bit more. This particular cheek is getting a little bit more light, so it's going to be softened into the shadows. And notice I'm not going all the way yet. Oh, we got a cheer. Thank you, Miss Half Damage. You know a substantial amount of words I'm unfamiliar with. You're the best. Beaglejack. I don't. Just tell me what words that you want me to help you with. I can try to explain. Like sublabial is beside your lips, basically, these lines. And zaftig in Yiddish literally means juicy. In German it means juicy. And what else did I say that you might not? Tuchus. Tuchus is your butt, your bum. Yay! That's my way of saying hi. I'm Resist Monsters on Twitter. Yay! Awesome. And I just realized I was showing you all of this without showing you on cam. Switch cams. That's why Miss Half Damage cheered me. Thank you for telling me. All I heard was sub sandwich just. That's great. There's a look of anatomy of facial expression I'm thinking about getting because at some point you want to try to sculpt a bust. If you try to sculpt a female bust, I highly recommend you look at references. Get a reference to look at while you sculpt it, and don't just try to sculpt it from scratch. So now here's her chin. Now look, her chin. If I stop right here, it's going to look really hard and masculine. So I'm going to go ahead and paint up this side too, and I'm going to get a little bit of that green, just a little bit of that peach down here. See, I softened it by kind of using a mix of both. It's not a hard shadow. There is a shadow. And then I got to do all this under here too. This is all green and peach. All right, right now, she needs more peach. We just have the first layer, and this top lip needs a highlight also. So we can add the second highlight, and we're going smaller now. Just under the eyes and under on the top of the forehead. See how things are starting to, we got to get those, yeah, there we go. Soft. I pulled it on her clavicle, her collarbone. And there's little neck muscles here. When I was in school, I used to love anatomy, and I loved science too, but I just wasn't good at hard science. All right, so again over here a little bit. We're starting to get these, see where that light is? We want the peach definitely on that light. See? And instead of leaving a hard line, I'm going to get the green back. And I'm going to smooth, 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 smooth. With a little bit of green mix them together. Yeah, we'll just keep going on that. Let's see. All right, peach. Might be easier for you guys to see when I do the belly. Ow. Okay, missing chat. I'm missing so much chat. Old Transistor says there's a, yeah, the book of anatomy. The Twitch stream took us to the next level. Good references. Now you know where a Dutch expression comes from. You're gonna have to explain, Snowy. All right, see you later, One Wolf. Bye. How does the green base skin tone you do work? So, oh my gosh, I want to show this to you guys. Hold on. Where is my phone? You want to go and you want to research. Ah! I'm breaking things. I'm sorry for your ears there. You want to research Verdaccio portraiture. This is a Cajarina? I think that's how I say your name. Tell me if I'm wrong. Welcome and thank you for the follow. Yay. Hey, Weird Brush. It's been forever. We need to hang out. ZJSARINNA. There we go. Thank you. The limit is ticket. It says 5. Okay, the green base. I'm looking this up. In J. Blote Togas. Oh, standing naked. Never knew it. Togas. Oh. Togas Tuchas. Maybe it's related. How do I say your name? Kejsarina? Is that how I say it, or is it Kejarina? I want to say it right. Okay. So I am looking up. Hold on, face. There we go. I'm looking up Verdaccio. It's a Italian term. It's Italian. Okay, Verdaccio underpainting is another way to look it up. Images, do an image search. And then you can see, hold on, overhead. See how we have a green ground. We start with a green. And I'm going to find the really good example I've seen. if I can find it. Man. All right, let me find the other one. Verdaccio skin tone. Wait, Verdaccio portraiture is what I want to look for. Image search. There was a really, really good example I did once. I found. But it basically, yeah, it's underpainting. And here's a good one. So can you guys see this? You build up the flesh. And see how the green over here, it just becomes, it's still there. Oops, it's still there in the shadows, but it's got layers of paint over it. And you're using the luminosity of the green. Look at this one. Look at, oh, that doesn't show up real well on camera. There we go. Look at this. See, it starts, it's green underpainting, you're getting all your values and everything, and then using the peach on top. Do you see this one is really the best example? This is where you start, right? I highly recommend that you research this yourself. Try to really understand what I'm trying to get you. Look at this. So he started with the green. Let me see if I can go to this page. Am I making any sense? Visit. I think so. VEDRACCIO, I think is how it is. So this guy, he started with he did the reds first. That's kind of what my, this is kind of the Reichland flesh shade layer that we did, and then he's got his greens in here, and then he's layering yellows, and he's layering some oranges, right? And then more and more peaches, right? So this is, and then he's got more and more. Now I leave a little, there you can still see green in there. There's a little bit, but it's almost gone. And then it's getting more and more realistic. See, you don't, unless you zoom. Hold on, let me see if I can zoom. You're only gonna see, it's like a transparent layer, like a layer of stained glass. You can see that green in there a little bit in the shadows, but it's, your eye can't perceive it. So it just sees it as a flesh tone. Is that making sense? There you go. Thank you, Holly Monster. I appreciate you writing that for people. Post a link to my examples. I can't do that right now, Amberden, but you're welcome to search Verdaccio and portraiture. Yeah, there's some things I can't do while I'm streaming, but I might post some in the future. I'll try to do it later after the fact. All right. So I'm getting the highlights, right? So see, we're gonna get the belly. I'm leaving. I need this more smooth, so I need a thinner glaze because I want to make sure that this is smooth. All right, there we go. So and I can flip it with this awesome holder. Let me get a little green. So now I get back in here with the green. See, smooth, smooth, smooth. I don't want that. I don't want a hard line. If you have a hard line between your green and your peach, smooth it out. Smooth it out. So there's going to be light on the top of her hip here as well, so that gets to be more pink. And here as well. There we go. All right, so she's slowly starting to become more and more defined. A little bit more green over here, a little bit more peach. So I have got both in here. There we go. See, it's starting to look more alive. And the reason why I'm showing you this is I've seen more than one person attempt to do this technique, and they do a good job, but they're just like, I don't know, they're just like missing something. And I figured that must be because of how I'm explaining it. I might not be explaining it well enough. So I'm trying to be overly detailed here when I feel like all I'm doing is highlighting, but then I forgot to say, okay, it needs to be extra super, super smooth. You're just doing a glaze. So we've got all of our bases on here now. And I'm going to use a little bit more green because I see a hard line already. There we go. Don't want a hard line. Okay, check chat because I know I'm going to miss some chat. Whenever my glasses are off, you got to put out Shoshie's Minis. Do I do a green value painting and then tint with peach colors? I mean, you can definitely do that, Wheelie Boy, because if you're doing so that's basically why I do the zenithal lighting first, and then this is as thick as my green layer. It's a green glaze over my zenithal. So that way it is sort of a value painting. So that's basically right. You do that value painting with the green, and then you do your glazes and you're picking out the highlights and stuff with your peach. So see? I'm going to pick out more now. All right, now I need 3 adjuster colors. Now by adjuster colors, I'm going to show you what they are, and I want you to tell me what you notice about these adjuster colors, because you're going to notice something. Let me find the other one. Here it is. You're going to use a pastel yellow, a turquoise, and a magenta. This is fuchsia, but you can also use, do I have a magenta in here? Tell me what you notice about these 3 colors. How do I enter this enchanted contest? Beagle, just use your chat points. If you're watching for the first time, you might have to wait until until later in the stream, until you have some points built up. But if you have points, you can do exclamation point points to find out how many you have. You want that Shoshie edge. Yeah, 40K Marines don't have a lot of skin. So these are your adjusters, and they are primary colors. Essentially, they're the print primary colors, magenta, cyan, and yellow. And these, you're going to use tiny amounts. Tiny, 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 tiny amounts. They're not opposite on the color wheel. They're the primaries. But you're going to need them to do Caucasian flesh. I wouldn't use them as much in other flesh tones, but you'll definitely need them. If you look at my skin, I've got Caucasian, and I have like transparent blue colors. You can see some pinks, you can see some yellows, and we're duplicating this on our model with these adjusters. Now look, tiny amounts. This is way more than you'll need. When I make my glazes, very thin. See how thin that is? It's water. It's mostly water. So I'm going to start, I usually start with my yellow, because this is where my sunlight's going to be. Okay? Think about where the sunlight is going to hit the model. And we're going to put some yellow to adjust, to lighten things as well. Yep, all primary colors. Shadow, light, cool, warm. Yep. Yeah, so that's just it. Hi, my name is Scott. These 3 colors will adjust temperature of your existing skin tone. And so we're going to give her more yellow up here. A little bit on the nose. Now, I'm going to blend this in Blend it in good. See, that's, if you can see that it's yellow, it's probably too much yellow. I'm going to glaze back over it with my skin tone now. See, look, now it looks light. It's like stained glass. Think about stained glass, pieces of glass laying on top of each other. She's such a pretty model. See, right under the eyeballs. And right under this eye as well. Oop, it got in the eye, that's okay. Put a little bit more up here. Highlighting it. Go back with your skin again. And layer a little thin layer. This is a glaze over the top of that yellow because we don't want it to look yellow. We want it to just be that same skin tone, but with a warm temperature, with a warm, lighter temperature. Okay, so a little bit on the chin over here. I'm making it a little bit more obvious right now, but I'm going to go ahead and glaze back with my skin color. See? Now, notice there's a hard line right here. I don't want that. No hard lines on a woman's face unless you want her to look old. Don't give women these sallow kooks. Don't do that unless they're a zombie. You know? You know, look, women look good with high cheekbones, but if they're that high, they're gonna have man face. You know what I'm talking about too. I got a little bit of that mauve that was from her dress. I just put that over there on top of that dark shadow instead of the green, because now we're gonna, instead of using green on the shadow, I'm just gonna use this dark mauve that's gonna be in shadow instead. Some of this is just intuitive. I've just gotten to the point where I can just intuitively go, I know I need to put a little red here because I can't put more green. It'll look too dark. Okay, I know that's not a good way of teaching you guys. Let's see. Yes, it's very thin, but you can see how her face looks. For a short while, yes, it did look like she had a monobrow, but now she doesn't. Let me see if I can zoom at all. I don't know if I can. I'll just keep it right here for now. The more we get paint on her, the more she'll pop, okay? More yellow, a little bit of yellow. And this is where my light is coming from, over here. So I want to make sure to start where the highlights are. I'm putting those yellow highlights down. Thin, thin, thin. Down the top of that whole back of that hand is going to have that nice little yellow highlight. This little bit of shoulder right here. These little neck tendons. Try to highlight those. Okay. And this whole top of the forearm, I'm going to mix a little bit of yellow with a little bit of this base color, or with the yellow, with the base color. See that? That's my highlight. You see how the green is just starting to disappear? That's what I want. Just a smidge. See how that is fooling the eye into thinking it's a shadow? Okay, now the peach, more yellow. This whole side of this arm is going to be nice and light as well. And then that was the yellow mix, and then this is just peach. Right now, just peach. And see how I'm doing this kind of like this? That helps me blend. Because like I said, you need to blend. And the brush stroke makes a difference, especially on a tiny model. All right, let's do the belly. Okay, so there's a fat pad on a woman. Right here. I don't know if guys get this little fat pad or not. Or they maybe get it, but it's in a different spot. Anyway, I like to make this part have the yellow highlight. I feel like it makes them look more feminine. See that? Don't try to paint a bunch of abs. I don't think a young, pretty girl has a lot of muscle tone. Too much muscle tone makes her look manly. My opinion. My opinion. There we go. See, we're getting lighter. And now, let's see. Yep, I think I'm almost done. I need to do a glaze because the yellow and any kind of lighter colors, it's going to start looking a little chalky. So we need to do a glaze, I think. I think we need to do that. Give me a second. Let me finish highlighting the bits that I want to be light. Starting to look really pretty. A little bit chin. There we go. Hold on. Glasses on. Hey, Dr. Zergen, is that how I say it? How are you? We get specialized beer storage receptacle on men. But Shoshie, buff girls are the best. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying they're not. This girl is not buff. I don't think she works out. I think she sits around and plays music. And not saying one is better than the other. Okay, there's another little layer of the yellow. I like this little, always do a little hip bone. There's always like a little hip bone and a little fat pad that I make yellow. It looks femme. It looks femme. Okay. Now I've got a little bit of ivory on my brush that I'm doing more brighter highlights with, and then we'll go with the glaze because the glaze is going to darken everything. So we go up a little bit with the highlights, right? I got to turn it a little bit. See, all this is green. I don't want that. I need to go ahead and blend that all in and pay attention to what I'm doing. Turn it again. Find all the little green bits and blend them. We're not completely getting rid of them, but we're also not leaving them completely green either. Right? That's kind of the same thing that I showed you from those examples. Okay. Fingers can be a little bit more on the pinker side. I'm going to use a smidge of my magenta on her fingers. That's a lot. That's way too much. Magenta's super strong. Get back there with that peach and see if I can blend it in. Yeah, that's better, sort of. Ah, there we go. See, but it's a little bit pinker than the rest. Pink. And put a little bit on that hip bone. Anywhere there's bones that are close to the skin, you can add a little bit of magenta. This glaze needs to be really thin. And the reason why is because it's strong. Magenta is strong on the elbows. Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and mix a little bit of the yellow because I felt like that's a little too strong. Let's see if I can tone that down a little bit. Much better. Need, peach. So, because everything is looking yellow to me, so I feel like I need to do a little glaze of peach to blend it all in. See that? Bam! That looks nice. You can see kind of a smudgy green-gray line. I'm going to slowly blend that so that's smooth. Let's go back up to her face. This is time-consuming. This is a time-consuming technique. Dr. Zergen, I thought so. Have you ever tried any Hero Forge minis? Yes, I have. However, the quality is not always like it's not the best for painting really high detailed stuff. It's good, but I've had issues with it as well. Okay, slow. Try to blend this down here a little bit more. That looks good. All right, I'm gonna go a little bit lighter with the yellow and a little bit of the ivory because I don't want it to be too yellow, and a little bit of this flesh. Let's see, let's make her a little bit more on the yellow side. Yellow ivory. Ooh, why is my paint? So sometimes the lighter colored paints, they want to dry. I want to dry fast on my brush. There we go. Okay, so these lighter parts are the cheekbones right there. I need to take a minute and look at her in the light because she's kind of under a shadow right now and I can't see her real well, so I need to kind of look at her from some different angles. All right, let's do a glaze. So now I'm going to take my Reichland Flesh Shade. I think I've still got enough in here. I just need it to be thin. See how thin that is? There's my other good brush. I need a bigger one. Here we go. My two. A little bit of Reichland Flesh Shade. My paint water's all dirty. There we go. And I'm going to glaze over thin, thin, thin. It's gonna kind of, how's it gonna do? It's gonna kind of mush all my colors together. And it'll give us also some depth in the shadows that we need. Okay, so now we're definitely going to be needing highlights because everything is kind of dark. So I think what we'll do for highlights is we'll use a little bit of this light skin. I'm missing chat. Really nice work. Just wondering, what would you recommend for more Arabian or Egyptian skin? I would actually recommend that you go with more browns and more, like, just do Googles of that skin type and do a Google of, here, let's see, let's do Middle Eastern skin tone painting. Okay, let's do a Google for it. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up on my phone for you guys. This is always research, just research. Middle Eastern. Skin painting. Painting Middle Eastern skin tones, it even pops up, okay? And then I do an image search, and I look, and I see like there's a million different kinds of colors of people. Look at this. So do you see this? There's all these different colors, and this is obviously not a painting, so I want to go to more paintings. So here's Asian, and you can look at the painting and you can kind of discern there's a little bit more goldens colors, right? A little bit more goldens and browns. Let's see. Yeah, definitely do your research. Let's see. Let's do brown skin tone painting. See what we get. Images. Ooh, I just saw a good one. Look at this one. This girl has a lot of golds and also a little bit of orange. If you see the orange on her skin right there, browns, it's gorgeous. Go find an image, find a photograph, and then look at this. Look at this. There, that's your color, that's your palette right there. We've got ochre, we've got a little bit of like a tanned flesh, we've got more of like a brown, like a rucksack tan kind of color. This gets more like a umbro. See, I know only P3 colors by heart. This is like a Cardic flesh. You see? I don't know what this guy is totally different, but the digital artists, those guys have it down. That's the one where you can also look under digital artists' skin tones. I hope that helps. Makes you want to paint a mini from scratch with exposed skin. Just none in the queue. Yeah, I understand. The latter being only precise because you can... Oh, let's see. Yes. Okay. That makes sense? Oh, Mr. Snowy, you need to send that to a mod. We don't allow links. Or you can whisper it to the person. We just don't have links on enabled. Partially just because we don't want malicious links, and also because we're careful about people promoting and stuff. All right, light skin. I'm going to put some of this on here, and I'm going to mix it a little bit with this peach that I was the pink skin that we started with. So it'll be a highlight color. So it's a lighter version of that peach. All right, and I'm gonna thin it out again. I don't want too much. All right, this is, woo, my phone falling off my lap. All right, I'm gonna start on her belly because that's a good spot to have a highlight. It's the largest, probably the largest highlight on her whole body. A little bit on this hip. See, oh, that's looking good. And then highlights on this part of the arm. It's a cylinder, so you want it to go down the middle, right? It's a cylinder. And the neck tendons. A little bit on the side there. There we go. Okay, now we're going to get more light with more of, there we go, boom. That's what I needed. I needed that intensity of just the straight color. We had a follower. Give me 1 second. I don't want to let that dry. End cut. Is that how I say it? How are you? Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. You noticed you whispered? Okay. Good, good. End cut. Thank you so much. And then Valkyrie 621 is continuing the sub gift they got from Flickster. That's so awesome. Thank you so much, Valkyrie. We'll get this. You'll get extra emotes then for next month too. All right, this is where I'm getting a little bit more precise with those highlights. See those neck tendons, collarbone. And now I'm gonna go on the top of her head again. Woo! We got another follower. Let's see, how do I say it? Urilla, I think that's how I say it. Welcome. We're gonna write you down also. Thank you so much for following. Welcome to the stream. We're in the process of painting a Darksword mini called Erato. She's one of the Greek muses, the muse of, what did I say? It was love poems and stuff like that, right? Let's see if I get good lighting, good. Okay. Then there we go. Okay. A little bit of that Agrex Earthshade. I'm gonna. I don't know what it does, but it like melts all those colors together, and it's nice as a intermediate blending kind of tool. There we go. All right, we're getting almost to the part that is one of the most exciting parts of this technique. And that's the turquoise part. I just want to make sure to get all my highlights highlighted up enough. Ah, nice cat hair, guys. I haven't seen one of those in a while. Massive cat hair. Everybody's got the cat hair emote now. You can use it. Cat hair. I'm going to get this face all cute and highlighted. Still a little bit harsh on this side, I think. There we go. There. All right, watch the turquoise. This is the cooling. We, again, use a thin amount, and I might end up using some of it. I'm going to use this in some of the shadows down in here. This is what really makes her look Caucasian, is that turquoise. Some of that blue. I'm going to put it in the elbow pit or armpits, or what do you call it? Elbow pits, right? The part right here. It's just a thin glaze of it in the part where the neck meets the shoulder. A little bit under the armpit. We got another follow. My Yaz can. Wait, let me see if I can say this correctly. My Yazjian. Is that right? I don't know if I said that right. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the chat. C-J-A-N. There we go. My Yazjian. I think that's Polish. Is it Polish? Called the crook of the elbow. Yes, the elbow crease. Good. Oh, thank you so much. You're really awesome. I really try to pronounce names correctly, if I can. All right, under the chin. If you're a male, you can go heavier on this, but if you're doing a female, you don't want a ton of blue all over her chin, right? Because then she'll look like she's got a beard line. But you can still give it a little bit. A little bit more down in this elbow pit down here. See, that one's a little bit too obvious for me. Thin it, thin it. All right, I'm gonna start to do the eyes because we're ready. I'm gonna go with black, although you can also use a really, really dark color. I like, actually, what I like better than black, let me try this. It's Deep Sea, Deep Ocean. It's a super dark, flat warfront color from Scale 75. It's just super dark. Actually, no, I don't want this one. I want this other one. Camo dark brown. It's a really dark brown. Oh yeah, that one, I love this color. I'm gonna use it instead of black because it's not quite as crazy. I'll fill in the entire almond part of her eye. Ooh, we just had a follow. Oh, Xanared resubscribed. Greetings. Thank you so much, Xanared. Greetings, people. For 13 months in a row. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. That's so awesome. I'm going to take that brown real quick and a little bit of this blue. And I'm just going to go back and get kind of underpaint, like, like get some of these shadows on her hair. What do they call it? Dark line. Dark line. That's what I need to do. Sometimes with these smaller minis, you need a little dark lining to really make things pop out. Now, in this photo, I think we'll go with dark hair. We're gonna go with the dark brown hair and we'll highlight it with some of this reddish color here. Okay. I think it'll be pretty. It'll frame her whole body really nice. This is the point where you got to do this so that everything shows up really nice. The flesh will be relative to the rest of the painting. Right? And since we're using this dark brown instead of black, it'll be harmonic. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just try to see if I can make those tiny little lines in between her fingers. They're just so small. See, that's already popping out even more. Okay, I'm gonna look at chat because I know I missed some. Oh my goodness. One wheelie boy, wait. The antecubital fossa. Antecubital fossa. Tell me again what that's supposed to stand for. What is that? What this is? Your collarbone? Antecubital fossa? I need to know. Oh, the opposite of the elbow joint. Sweet twisted shadows. Thank you so much. The shadows have come to twist my mind. I did not pick up the complete Warfront set. I just picked up a couple to see what I thought of them, and I like them. And I think I want them. I have so many paints, and I haven't decided yet if they're necessary for me. Does that make sense? All right, let's go with some reds over here on some of the... We're wet blending again. I like that color so much. Antecubital fossa. I will remember that. I like those terms. Oh my gosh, I'm loving this mini so much now. Whoever wins this, I'm jealous. I'm jealous. Let's go back in here. Paint all these little folds of hair. We're leaving the skin for now, and there's a good reason, because we don't want to paint it all up and then get to the point where like I need to change a lot. This way we've got it roughly where we want it. I'm going to put this magenta anywhere there's white on her hair. That way there we go. But I'm thinking about getting those Warfront paints ambered, and I think that some of they're really flat. They're designed for historical painting, and I don't do a lot of historical painting. But you know, that doesn't really matter. You can use them on any kind of thing. Right? Okay, more magenta up here. More orange or burgundy, that's what it is, more of a burgundy. I'm just mushing the wet colors together. All right, I'm gonna look at chat. Anatomy has super cool words, yes. Okay. What do you think so far? She's looking good. I think we need to do maybe add a little bit of ivory to this for her hair. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight some of her hair with this lighter color. More brown again. Hair is wait, I totally forgot. We shouldn't even be using flat colors on hair. They always look weird when you use flat colors on hair. So I'm going to go ahead and switch out, and I'm going to get some of this Arbuckle's brown. It's a glossy, not glossy. It's satin, but it will give her some depth, and it will also make her hair feel more realistic, I think. Because hair is oily, hair is greasy, right? Should have a kind of that texture to it as well. Oh, and it looks so good on top of that brown as well. I like it. See, now I'm starting to really see the contrast in between the hair and the skin now. Let's get some of the brown, some of the Arbuckle's brown. See that? Just wet blending it all. Okay. Now I'm running out of my magenta color, which is red leather. I'm gonna put more of it on my palette right now. Do. Paint it on with some Arbuckle's brown right here in the creases. There we go. Trying to get all that little iffy little, you know how like when paint dries, a little white spots start showing up. Trying to get rid of all that. I like the holder that I'm using because I can turn it and grab all the different angles. See, now we can go highlight on top of that. Okay, let that dry. I don't think I didn't get all of her dress done. So it's time to finish that as well. Now I need to check chat. Chat is going quickly. The one in the knee is the popliteal fossa, I think that's how I say it. Hair is messy as heck, yes, for sure. She's so pretty. Let me show you this reference again. Look at these colors. Such a pretty colored now there's little bits of green in here. We're gonna get to that because I really think that she's got this little scarf thing here, and I'm looking at it, I feel like that needs to be that soft green. All right, let's go back to her eyes because we're ready to do the eyes and the lips. I'm gonna go ahead with the Arbuckle's brown. I'm gonna paint her top lip as best as I can. I'm just debating on whether I should give her a little bit of a Cupid's bow. I probably could try. Yeah, that's good enough. Leave the top lip should be nice and dark, and then the bottom lip will make that mauve that's in her dress. Maybe not. Let me try, hold on, let me try the same color as her. There we go. And then, so let that dry, and then we'll go ahead and paint it lighter and lighter on the bottom lip with the mauves. Hopefully that's dry enough. Oh, that's pretty. Let me look at this. Okay, so I'm going to make it a little bit more, I think I want to make it a little on the more coral side. So we need a little tiny bit of yellow mixed with magenta. Let's see what happens. Yeah, that kind of works. That's pretty. Let's do this for the highlight. There we go, that is pretty. And then we'll do a little peach on her cheeks with the same color on her lips. This is where you need it thin, otherwise you'll just have a big mess. Right underneath the eyes and the cheekbones. This is the makeup. It's a good thing I waited to do the eyes, because just do a smidge on the chin, just a smidge. See, that made her look alive right away. Something is missing with her skin. No, you know what? When I take her away and look at her close, she's okay. But when I put her under my camera, there's a shadow, and so that's something you have to think about when you're painting, is what your shadows are doing to your mini. All right, I'm gonna see about like a tiny bit of highlight. It's better. All right, I'm gonna go back to her eyes. I'm gonna use the ivory that I had on my palette. And I'm gonna try, let's use this as a brace. Hold your breath. Make that little oval in the middle. It doesn't look right to me. Hold on. I gotta fix it. Okay, so this is the part where it's like surgery. You have to go in and kind of fix the eye with the paint. So that's exactly what I just did right there. Whew, okay, I'm gonna look. Oh, I missed the pronunciation. Poploedelfossa. Poploedelfossa. Ah. Yes, Cracknid, we are painting the Muse. She's the Muse from Darksword for the Muse of Poetry. Darksword. Have I tried painting one of the new Primaris Marines? I have. I've got a few videos on stream. I think we painted the captain and we painted the Primaris captain and we painted one other dude. What was his name? The chaplain. Both of those were really fun too. All right. I'm going to use a little bit more of this ivory with the skin tone because stuff is just not light enough for me. Try making these highlights even smaller. Just little dots of highlights instead of full on. Okay, that's better. We just need things to pop a little bit more in the front. That's getting better. Trying to look more animated. Not animated, but you know what I mean. Like almost more finished, right? Ooh, okay, eye. Let's do the other eye. The other eye is going to be a little trickier because I'm right-handed. So I'm going to flip this around and rest. Ooh, we did it. And I'm going to do a little dot of white on her lip, so a little reflection right here. So that's pretty. Oh, I like her. So she's got teeny bitty itty bitty eyes. We're going to use that turquoise. I'm going to start with this dark blue. Where do we want her eyes looking? Shall we do it to the side? Or shall we have her looking down? Let's have her looking down. Sort of up and to the side a little bit. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Guys, whoever gets this, I'm so jealous. I want it. I don't even know what time it is. Did we get a break? Did we get a stretch break? Ah, we only have 20 minutes to finish. We're not gonna finish. Whoever's gonna get this is gonna have to probably have part 2 on Monday. Oh, I love her. Okay, I do see a little error with her eye, so I'm gonna go ahead and attempt to surgery again. Surgery on the side. Oop. So hard. There we go. Let's get him be getting better. We had another follower. Jake Scales Color. Oh my gosh. And we had some crazy bits cheer from X Twisted Shadows. Oh, that's right. I missed that. That was 18 minutes ago. Jake Scales Color, thank you so much for following. See, is it color with a U? Yes, it is. Are you from Australia, Canada, or the UK? Oh, you are? Or is that just how the rest of the world does it? It's so graceful. Yeah, she's pretty. Look at these eyes. All right, so let me take a peek. I'm gonna look. Keep them completely white so she looks super ethereal. I want her to look somewhat human, I think. Maybe a little bit. All right, I'm gonna go in and kind of, oh, we have a big cheer. Holy cow. Trillion, thank you so much. Yay, you Americans and you funky spellings. Just wanted to say hi, you're in lurk mode. No problem, thank you so much. Yes, that's how the world does it. What are my requirements to use scale color coupon code? I'm getting an error. Try using a different email address. I think that might be what you need to do. Shoshie Rocks, all caps, is the code. We might, you know, he might have. We only had 100 coupons, so there is a off chance that somebody has used the last of the coupons. So we might need to do something new. And if that's the case, there isn't anything I can do for you right now, but I will get back with you once I find out more. Okay. She's such a pretty mini. Okay, I'm seeing an issue. She does have some eyelids. I'm gonna have to do this off stream because it's so tiny. There we go. And let me see if I can paint these eyelids back on. Ah! Okay, this is with the highlight color. This is where I go blind for all of you. This is for love, right? Oy vey. Oi! Let me try it on this side. Oh, she's so pretty. She does have like little tiny eyelids. Patrick Keith is a wizard and he sculpted her. He is a great sculptor. You can find him at Bombshell Minis and Darksword. He does all kinds of stuff for different people. We're gonna use a little white. We're gonna give her little highlights in her eyes. Actually, before I do that, I'm gonna give her blue eyes. Tiny blue eyes. Attempt to give her tiny blue eyes. Oy. By the way, I don't know if you guys knew this, but this figure is based on a Stephanie Law painting or drawing. They did a whole Kickstarter together. Darksword and Patrick Keith and Stephanie Law. All right, here's the little pupil. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go. I need some like, what do you call it? Like a visor for my, so I can see what I'm doing. Mm. Okay. Yeah, that worked. Let's try that. Try the reflection. This is gonna be tiny. Let's do the light on this side of her eye. Might not be it. The paint will dry before I can even get it onto the eye. There we go, tiny dot. Oh my God. You can't, I don't know if you're gonna see it on Twitch or not, but I like it. Hold on. I have to fix something again. Surgery. There. Okay. Another tiny reflection dot. Ooh. I don't know if, like I said, I don't know if you can see this. Wow. All right, little bitty dot right on her lip. Very pretty. Let me see if I can take a picture of this and blow this up for you guys so you can see what she looks like, because I don't even think my camera can pick it up. Okay. Let's see. Can you guys see? Let me take a picture of it and do that way. Oh, it's all jacked up. Isn't that funny? Now that I can look at it. Ooh. It's close. Let me show you. We can see where I need to fix her eye on the side. This eye looks pretty good. That eye is jacked up, so I'm going to try to fix it. Isn't that nuts? And you know what's funny is that I can't really see too bad of a difference. Well, yeah, it really can't, you really can't see it with the naked eye too bad. But let's go in and try. Oh, that looks way better. Huh. Weird. Let's give her some eyebrows. She looks kind of meh. Like she doesn't really know what's going on. Let's see. Not bad. I like that. I can definitely live with that. Let's do the greens. I don't think we're gonna have much time, but we'll attempt. This is Sherwood green, scale 7544. And I'm not gonna use much because it's gonna be still mostly pinks. Oh, that's so pretty. That's gonna be beautiful with this mauve. It's like a chartreuse. So pretty. You use your camera to spot mistakes too? It really is true, the camera never lies. I often use it to spot blending brushstroke errors too, yeah. Yeah, you don't usually have to worry about eyes. Ah, we have 15 minutes left. Let's do some quick greens here. I'm gonna paint the ends. There we go. See that, how pretty? Oh, that can be green. And then we can go ahead and even make, this is like a bouquet over here. We're gonna make bright magenta flowers after we get this little leaves and stuff done. Sage and mauve. All right, remember, if you live outside the US, just have a little caveat that you help me pay for shipping if you win. If you don't want to do that, you can feel free to pass on your winning till we can do another drawing. And someone else can go ahead and take that up. Okay, there's this beautiful, beautiful greens. They're all around her dress. Woo! Thank you for the follow. Hi, is it Heels21? Is it Heel or Heil? Thank you so much. I lost my pen again. Pooh! I'm looking for it. Oh, there it is. There we go. Thank you so much. You will never know. Rank. We had a whole thing where Super Sarah came in here and did that and just cracked me up because it was so funny. Okay. Love this. What is on her head? She's got like a little crown. We got this little green dress here. Let's do the magenta, the bright colored flowers here. She's got a bunch. I love it. That's really pretty. I like that pop of color. There we go. There's some other roses over here. We have a rose bush in the back of our, or in the front of our house rather, and I don't know if you know this, but the more you prune the rose blossoms, the more crazy the rose bush will get. It just keeps trying to grow and produce more blossoms. So if you want nice, beautiful blooms, that's how you do it. Just keep cutting the old ones off as they start to age. Gardening Tips by Shoshie. All right, we are getting really close to time, so I want to go ahead and get to a good spot where we're at least near to close, near to finish. This is the speed painting part of the program. I'm going to just make that a little bit. There we go. And she's got a little crown on. I'm not really sure what to do. Maybe make it green. I don't know. Maybe metal? Seems like she wouldn't wear a metal crown. There's some little stones on the base here, making them sort of a lilac color. It won't clash with the rest of the... There we go. So much left to do, guys. So much left. We'll do part 2. Do you think, so here's the choice. We could do a raffle right now for those of you guys who've been here, and we'll do that for the unpainted mini that I'll have Darksword send. Okay, and then we'll do the painted one on Monday. What do you think? Let's make a quick decision. Because I want you guys to win something, but I want to finish this. I don't want to just do a partially half-painted mini and have somebody win something boring. Because this mini could be excellent. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to raffle for the unpainted version of the Muse. And then Monday, we'll finish painting her, because we've got a lot yet to go. Monday, we'll finish painting her. And we'll raffle her, this actual mini right here. So let me go click on the bot. Everybody got all their tickets bought? You draw the painted one today. You won't be here Monday. Sorry, Trillion. I want to finish this mini. So how about this? How about this? If you really... I'm trying to think, how can we do this so that it's fair? How about if Trillion wins, then the person who gets the mini Monday will get the unpainted one. Or something. We'll figure this out. I'm going to just go pick the winner. Hold on. We'll see who it is. Miss Half Damage, you are the winner. Never noticed that racket in the back. Oh. Is it rigged? Flickster, what are you doing? Miss Half Damage, you won. Okay, so Miss Half Damage, do you want the unpainted mini so that you can go ahead and paint her yourself? Or do you want this painted one, but she's not going to be done until Monday? Can I review the ticket thing for next time? 2112 Blake. Basically, the more you watch, you have to be a follower. You can buy, the more you watch, the more you earn points. You can get a ticket with 10 points, and you can get up to 5 tickets with these sort of raffles. Okay, so you're happy to get the unpainted. Awesome. So thank you, Miss Half Damage. We will go ahead and raffle her then on Monday when we finish her. So Miss Half Damage, go ahead and send me some of your info. We'll get you the unpainted. That sounds great. You already have, yeah, she already has one of my painted minis. She doesn't want to be greedy. That's so sweet. Awesome. So unpainted mini goes to Miss Half Damage. We'll go ahead and finish this gal on Monday. I'm going to take some pictures of her to give you guys, like, I'll put them on the Triptych server. I'll put some links to some of the skin tone things that I looked up today. And we're going to look for somebody. It is, oh, I know. Hold on one second. I thought Flickster, I thought you were, no, he's not streaming today. That's right. I thought you were streaming, but then not, if you're in my channel, you're not streaming, probably. Oh, my head hurts. Let's see. What is this one? Okay. Ooh. Kingdom Death Paints is painting something cool. They're painting the lion from Kingdom Death. Yeah, I think we're gonna host Katie M Obsessed. She'll be happy and excited too. Cut. All right. So, come back on Monday. We're gonna raffle this gal, this mini. Hold on a second. Let me go back to my da-da-da-da-da. All right, desk thanks. Face thanks. There we go. Face thanks. We're going to put exclamation point Mad Love so that way you guys can cut and copy and we can raid KDM. Okay, I'm going to copy this as well so we can all copy paste it. Oh, I don't want to do that just yet. Hold on. All right, so I will see everybody same time. That's not the, whoop, what'd I do? There we go, raid. There we go. I always do it wrong. Did it work? Yes. And I'm going to copy and paste with you guys. All right, bye guys. I will see you on Monday.